is the old water tank. It's much smaller. The price may be about close to perhaps 800 liters of water. That was removed from the roof where the gentleman was standing.
Dame un bistec de cerdo, frijoles negros, comida rica.
And this is the new one that's going to go up. This is strong enough to carry, or big enough to carry at least 3,000 liters of water. As you can see, the plank on the right hand side is used as some sort of a handle hook to be able to pull. It's placed inside the tank and to give you some strength to be able to pull it up. Let's see how they do it. Bear in mind they have no hydraulics equipment, nothing at all. And let's just see how they do it. I mean, as you're watching this, if you have any suggestions on how best for them to pull such things up or down, and you have any used equipment you're not using anymore, which can be of help to these guys so for them to do their work a bit more efficiently, do drop us an email. I'll leave the email links below. You could see Lizzie cleaning the tank. She has to get a 20 pesewas also into the video, or 20 cents, or 20 pence. Let's see how these guys go about it. As you could see, they're negotiating how best to hoist it up. There we go. These are very strong men. Once again, there's no hydraulic equipment or anything like that. This is all manual. I was more worried about the backs. There you go. It's being lifted up. As you can see, it's scraping on the slight roof on the back. This can cause some damage, but most important is to get it up onto the roof. As you can see, the weather is not looking very promising. It's all grayed out. It's likely to probably start to rain. So they're against forces. They would like to do this as quickly as possible. They're negotiating now on how best to position it, or how best to put it into position. As you could see, it's not very easy to do. The ground they're working on up there is very tight. Let's see if we can go up a bit for you to see what's happening in there. Let's just hover around a little. There, as you could see, the tank is quite big. It's likely going to take out the majority of the surface of the roof there. Oof. Watch how they slowly tease the tank into position. It's pretty precipitous. Oh my god. Oof. Alright. Halfway done. Now they all have to get out of the way in order to sort of put it into the right position. Wow. Certain things we might take for granted. Checking the water bolts. And there's a special tape they put around the threading area to reduce overthreading, I believe, and to make sure it's watertight, so its water doesn't leak. I think that's what the gentleman is trying to retrieve. There you go. The gentleman's name is Stephen, and the one putting the lid on there is Ike or Isaac, and the one that helped push the water tank up is John. Yes, now screws it in there. Look at the space they're working in. Very little space. Everybody teetering around the edge. Which is not very good for the faint-hearted. And as you can see, they're very skilled. They don't need much measuring tape or maybe a laser measurer. You just know exactly where to cut by estimates. Look at that. Just know exactly where to cut. Oh, look at the lizard! Look at the lizard running around on the right hand side. I don't know if you could see it. It's an Agama lizard at the wall. But never mind. Let's have to negotiate or also discuss the length of the tube that's going to be able to connect into the water hose or into the tank. Let's go to connector. You just fix the connector on top of there. And adjust the drum and the container. Sorry, I'm out of shot right now. Striking a little bit with the drawing. Yes, there we go. Just to give you a little bit of a feeling of what they're dealing with. So in order to be able to connect the rest of the tube in there to the tank, Stephen is requesting a bit of heat in order to warm it up, so that they can easily flexibly bend it, as well as have it fitted neatly into the tube. As well as the instruction for the paper, which Lizzie has just handed over to John. And let's check out how to do this. You can see Isaac going down. It's probably slightly scared of heights by the look of things, but of course he's never going to admit to that. So he's going to set the paper alight a bit in order to have that heat. There goes Isaac, or Ike, trying to come down. John sets the fire. Stephen yells at him to move the fire away from the gas cylinders. You can see some gas cylinders there. They quickly move their way from the gas cylinders. So here they're applying a little bit of heat to the metal, to the plastic, in order to be able to fit it in order to get into the bowl, into the drum, excuse me, in order to be able to connect it. Everything is precision, and once more, there's no hydraulic machinery to help hoist the tank up, which is quite heavy. There's no ladder with a safety harness for them to be able to hold on to it into what they're doing. But they're trying very hard to get this thing done as quickly as possible.
Dame la comida, abuela, chicharrones, papita frita. Dame un bistec de cerdo, frijoles negros, comida rica. Eso. Dame la comida, abuela, chicharrones, papita frita. Dame un bistec de cerdo, frijoles negros, comida rica.
They've managed to fit the slightly heated tap or pipe or tube into the position that they wanted. You can see a slight little bend, and you see a difference in coloration. The painted ash is the old tube. Let's adjust. Stephen is now trying to fix it to the pump. He did a little bit of check or test just to see that if the pressure was good, if the taps are open for water pressure, the water pressure can actually come. He just did a little dry test. And I also I'm pointing out the trees and everything to you because the weather seems to be changing. It's slightly getting a little concerning. The temperature has dropped, and fairly soon I believe we might have some sort of a gust or some sort of heavy winds coming up in our direction by the looks of things. That's why you're seeing these trees. After all the necessary checks, the tube has been connected, but Stephen now realizes that he's not tall enough to be able to reach for the cover of the water tank in order to seal it shut with a lid. So he's asked for Isaac or Ike to come up to help. The wind is picking up, as you can hear. Well, as you can see, look at the leaves. Look at the Russian line. You can see the wind's picking up. It's just to give you a taste of what these guys are up against, working up there. Here there's a discussion, some sort of a discussion on how to do a smoke test or some sort of test to make sure, or dry run, just to make sure water can come in before they go and release or open the main tap to check to see if water can flow in, okay? The discussion is still ongoing, checking out all the necessary risks, what mitigating risks maybe. If there are any issues, I think it's going to breathe, and then suddenly Isaac heads straight to the main tap, or the mains, to open the tap to check if there's any water flowing, or if it's possible water could flow effortlessly into the tank. There he is. It was soon discovered that the mains has no water coming, but they were still able to check the pressure or the suction. Stephen is getting approval or some sort of an okay discussion with John. You can feel the pressure at the end of the tube or the hose. There you go. He's giving the sign of approval that the pressure comes in. So they can go ahead now and most likely seal, connect it to the water tank. So some sort of integration testing, smoke testing has been done. Checking to make sure they've covered all their bases. And it's ready to be sealed. Or it's ready to be connected to the water tank. Now they have to work with all the elements. Stephen is not tall enough. And look how dangerous the whole place is. Slight mistake. Yeah, he's requesting Isaac to come up to help because he's got longer limbs and longer arms. Isaac doesn't appear to be comfortable, but he's got a choice. They're discussing who goes upstairs. There he goes. Wow, these guys are really creative. There you go. There, look at that. We have to check the insides to make sure the connecting to the tube, everything is okay. There we go. We have no safety harness. Maybe if you're watching this and you have any suggestions with respect to safety harness, which you can donate to these guys, do let me know. Wow, they seem relieved. You can see from there you go. There goes Stephen expressing his joy of getting the work done. Now he has to navigate all the way down. Wow. Checks. That's the final check. Now he has to navigate down. Oh my goodness. There you go. Wow, this is a big applause for these guys. Until next time.